Hello, my name is Chaz Fox. I'm a business leader, CEO. I've done financial turnarounds, and I'm a continual learner. And I want to talk to you today about how to be elite. And this means elite almost in anything. It could be athletics, it could be business, it could be music, it could be as a marital partner. How do you become elite? Who wants to be elite, first of all? And if you want to be elite, how can you become elite? I'm going to give you a formula for that. In fact, I followed this formula, and I didn't even know the formula existed as a young athlete. I played high school football, and I was okay, but I worked really, really hard. And by the time I graduated, I was all-state. I got a few scholarships to different places, but I remember clearly that in the paper they showed a guy that was the number one player in the country. He was a wide receiver. He ended up going to Notre Dame, and it stuck in my mind. I remembered his name. And I went off to college, became a wide receiver, continued to work on running routes and catching the ball and getting faster and doing all these drills, learning more and more and more how to become a better wide receiver. And later on, he and that guy from the number one recruit and number one player in the country and I were both on the same team. We were both wide receivers for the Buffalo Bills. And I remember watching him run routes. In the course of those 5 years, I had surpassed him quite a bit. He was not the most elite on the field. Certainly he had talent, but he hadn't worked on all those skill sets that require you to be elite. And so I want to give you that formula that you can use in almost any aspect of your life if you want to be elite. Here it is. That's the formula to become elite. If you want to be elite, follow this formula. Let me explain it. The biggest letter here is the K, and the K stands for knowledge. And to be the best at something, you have to know everything there is to know about it. You have to have that knowledge in order to be the best of it. And that's seeking that knowledge. The next letter here is the P, and if you notice, the P is a little smaller than the K. The K is the most important. Because if you don't know what to practice, and P stands for practice, then what good is practice? So you have to have the knowledge to be able to practice, but you have to practice. And these are habits that you have to instill in you. And the last letter here is a T, and it stands for talent. And talent is important, but it's not as important as seeking the knowledge and seeking the practice and getting the practice done. That's the formula for success. It applies to almost anything, certainly athletics. But let's talk about it in business. That formula still works in business, either for your business or for teaching your staff about how to become elite, or just for the business itself. Marketing is changing rapidly. Technology is changing rapidly. The way we lead and tools to be better leaders is a thing that you have to keep up with. Product development, your competition is changing rapidly. So that seeking that knowledge in those areas is truly important. And then you practice it. You continue to practice it. And so all those aspects become very, very important to be a leader in business and to be an elite company. The last piece of this is that this is not a one-time formula and you're there. It means that you continually do this. You're continually seeking knowledge. You're continuously practicing it. You're getting the best talent that you can get. So this is the continual formula for being elite.